Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone on today? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to bring you this story. You know, it seems that certain people get held accountable and certain people don't for their crimes and, breaking laws and, they don't get held accountable. And a lot of times people don't show or display the same energy, the same energy or traction, the same energy, and the stories don't get the same traction that some other stories get. Now, this singer, her name is Sophia. Her name is Sophia, and she is a punk rocker. So she's part of a popular punk rock group. Now, I probably have heard of her name before, but I don't know who she is. And the name of the punk rock group is Brass Against. Brass Against. Well, most people know what golden showers are, right? And people still are talking about, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, R. Kelly, and giving females golden showers. And they talked about the young woman being underage. Well, I've never been able to confirm that. And I've never seen the video. I've heard so much about it. It's been talked about, over the years. And now this man, Mr. Kelly, is sitting in jail. That's the big thing here. Sitting in jail. And they went all the way back over this man's life, 30-year span, to hold this man accountable. And I think that the judicial system is so egregious, it grieves me, and it should grieve so many others, that the prosecution and our government system would do something like this and overlook all of the lies and the framing and the proof that these people were making a lot of stories up. And even on the stand, the women were allowed to make false accusations and allegations and purge themselves on the stand and have inconsistent stories, and nothing seems to be moving in their direction to hold them accountable. And people like myself, when we come out and speak about it, we're told that, we're victim shaming and we're victim blaming, and how would you like this and how would you like that? And there's some women going around in comments trying to keep up a bunch of ruckus and wanting to argue and attack and debate with people about their opinion about what they believe, about what they believe and feel about the injustice of Mr. R. Kelly. And they want to shut you up. And I'm not going to throw out no names, but I've seen some names. Matter of fact, it was someone on my channel before talking about it. And I want to be respectful to everybody and, just respect everybody's opinion. Whether I agree with your opinion or your outcome or take of it or perspective, I still want to, respect you as an individual. And I think so many people have gotten away from respect of humanity and actually and respect of human beings. People have gotten away from that. And you see it so much today, the people that have gotten away from it. And it's so sad that people have gotten away from respecting people, us, people like people in general, not just my skin color, but respecting people in general. And so when I saw this article, this story I came across, and I'm just like, really? And no one has done anything about this, that she literally is urinating on a fan that got up on stage. He laid down on the stage backwards. He laid down, and she said she had to go to the bathroom and she didn't have time to go. So she actually pulled down her clothes. Indecent exposure. Indecent exposure. No silhouette, nothing to hide behind, to cover or shadow. Pulled her clothes down and started urinating on this fan that came up on stage. And she relieved herself. A golden shower, as they say, relieved herself. Relieved herself. Let me say that again. Relieved herself. And it shows that she did that. It shows it. And she actually pulled down her clothes. She pulled down her clothes. And I wonder why this story isn't getting a lot of traction. I wonder why this story is not, the people, the band, Sophia, the singer. Why isn't she being investigated? Why isn't something being done about this woman for doing this? Why? Because it's not R. Kelly? Why? Because it's not part of the Me Too movement of framing? What? It's not part of the bigger agenda of taking rich black men down and heterosexual males to try to keep heterosexual males from procreating? Why? Because Dream Hampton is not interested in a Sophia punk rocker that's part of the brass against group. Why? Because it wasn't about her personal agenda with Kenyatta Barnes. I mean, and Tarana Burke. And, I have a problem with this because this story should be getting a lot of traction. And the government should really be investigating this. They really should. Women should start to be held accountable for their grievous acts, their when they break laws and commit crimes. They need to be held accountable. We cannot continue to be biased about men being against men, because I see a lot of bias against men when they're accused of crimes, but the women are getting away scot-free and they're walking away and, but R. Kelly, it was a minor. That's the type of, pushback and feedback that we will get. Well, that was a minor that he did that too, and he's been doing that for 30 years. But this person did this. And I'm going to put the link in the in my description so that you can see it, because I cannot show this video. I'm not going to show it on YouTube. But I will put the description of the link, and I truly want you to watch it and then comment on it in the comment section, because she really did it. She really did do that. And it's very, very disturbing. It's also very nasty. It's unsanitary. It's inappropriate. It's unladylike. But you're on stage with all of that being said, of the adjectives that I used. She also broke laws. If you ask me, she broke laws because you're on stage doing this. And from what I understand, there were children in the audience. There were minor children in the audience. And anytime you expose children to something like this, you should be held accountable for abuse. You should be held accountable for what you expose to children, because from what I understand, again, there was minors in this video. And as I watched this video, she's pulling her pants down over this man. And like I said, I don't want to show this on here, so I'm going to put the description. But she's pulled her clothes down, and her private partially showed at the time. And now she's trying to cover it up with her elbow. She's leaning down in a squat position, urinating in this man's face. That's inhumane. Inhumane. And she pulls her clothes back up. Pulls her clothes back up. Pulls her clothes back up. So it's really it's sad to see this. It's like, it's sad to see it. It really is. And but this story won't get traction. It's had some views, a lot of views, over 272,000 views. But why isn't it being looked into? Why isn't she being investigated or arrested for indecent exposure and golden showering on another individual, human being? Why is she allowed to get away with it? And according to the band, they spoke out and said that they wasn't expecting that from her, and it'll never happen again. It should never happen again. But she really should be placed in a position of uncomfortability. She should not be comfortable. being that she did this. This is something that should really be looked into. Definitely looked into. Because it's really sad. But I just want to come on and share that with you. This story, it's not a laughing matter, that she did that. It's not a laughing matter. And I wanted to share that story with you. So I hope that you all have a beautiful day. I hope that you enjoy your Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. And then make it a wonderful Wednesday. If you woke up this morning feeling kind of blah, smile and know that you're still alive. You're breathing. God's got you. And just let God wrap his loving kind arms around you, and know that God's got you and he's protecting you from all harm and danger. And just know that the peace of God surrounds you, and whatever you may be going through, just know that it could be a lot worse. I mean, I hear about deaths every day pretty much now. And losing, an aunt recently, and then my other aunt's sister, and just knowing that over the years, but even the people that I, fellowship with, and talk to have lost loved ones, and they're going through things and their families. And so we just want to keep people in prayer, keep our politicians, our country in prayer. We definitely need to get back to praying. Definitely need to get back to what God has called us, the real true purpose. Because right now, this world, the people, a lot of these people in the world are in chaos, and they're living outside of the will of God. And there was something that I saw happen. And now you have schools that want to put dresses on traditional heterosexual families. That's a big no-no. And when parents speak up about it, they brush it off or they apologize, but the apology really isn't genuine. It's just to a matter of formality for them. It's not a deep, genuine apology. When you want to put dresses on young boys, and their parents and their family is traditional in a heterosexual, it's a heterosexual family, not an alternative lifestyle. And so pray for families that but still believe in God, Christian families, still believe in tradition, still believe in heterosexual relationships. We got to stay in prayer we got to stay in prayer, people, and continue to do the work to fight for our rights. I came across an article, a comment where this guy said that Christians are being attacked, for their beliefs and believing in Jesus and God, and people and Christians are being attacked. So let us stay in prayer. But again, I hope everyone each and every one of you have a beautiful day in the Lord. And I will see you all, my subscribers, and whether you're my subscriber or not, and you come across my channel again on Sunday, we will be talking about the Healing the Soul of a Woman, Joyce Meyer, and of the Bible, any translation that you feel, that's best for you with the Bible. And this book again, Joyce Meyer, Healing the Soul of a Woman. And I want to invite men if they want to show up as well. And we had a man that came, and we just appreciated him so much. And I shouted out to him. He knows who he is, and I thank him for stopping by. And I hope that he and other men will join us, because it's not just women that have suffered and went through traumatic things and trauma and emotional things. Men also suffer, and now I see men suffering because of the things that are going on in this recent R. Kelly trial. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. We cannot give up hope. We have to always have hope. So on today, I pray that you continue to have hope in Jesus Christ. Continue to pray and build your relationship and strive to have that higher relationship with Christ. And don't live below standards. Allow God to elevate you, to bring you up to the standards that he would have for you. God bless you all on today. Peace out.